No one tells you that becoming a mom can completely reset your personal style. Or maybe someone did and you just didn't want to believe them. Then suddenly your body's changed, your routine is turned upside down, and for some reason, leggings have become your entire personality. But that doesn't mean that you have to give up on feeling like yourself. Today, I'm sharing some brutally honest style advice. What's actually working for me postpartum, how I'm building outfits that feel good and make sense for real life, and the tiny tweaks that help me start to feel like me again. And for those mamas watching who haven't dropped any Mother's Day hints yet, I've got a few really good gift ideas coming up. Tip number 1, give it a rest for a little while. Let's start with a little permission slip. If your style's feeling off right now, if you're living in the same rotation of leggings, nursing bras, and whatever shirt isn't covered in spit up, that is completely normal. I think one of the hardest things for new moms is this internal pressure to get back to normal when everything in your life has completely changed. Your body, your sleep, your priorities, your schedule, and your style too. So instead of trying to force a full return to your old wardrobe, let's give it a rest for a little while. Toward the end of my pregnancy, I really started to look forward to wearing my old wardrobe again. But the reality of postpartum was very different than my expectation. I transitioned out of a full-time office job to staying at home with my baby. All of a sudden, instead of doing my hair and makeup every morning and dressing in heels and blazers, I was wearing the same sweats and leggings for 2 days in a row and barely taking a shower. I certainly don't mean to encourage you to give up on style entirely, but I want you to know that it's completely normal to feel stuck and to let other priorities take over for a little while. You're in a season where comfort likely isn't optional, it's essential. So let's upgrade your comfort zone instead of fighting against it. Tip number 2, upgrade your comfort zone. One of my favorite practical examples is the Lululemon Align legging. I wore them during pregnancy, I'm still wearing them now postpartum, and I'll probably keep wearing them long into the future because they're just that good. Anything that I can wear before, during, and after pregnancy that doesn't feel like actual maternity clothes is a win in my books. I know that leggings are a bit cliche and even frowned upon when it comes to personal style, but they're completely practical for this stage of life. The key to creating athleisure looks that feel styled is to add small accessories that feel intentional. A pair of crew socks, a cute baseball cap, or just choosing colors within your color palette can make a huge difference. And speaking of your color palette, if you'd like to learn more about your color and body type, you can check out the videos in the description box below or book your body type and color analysis with me. And if you've started to leave the house every once in a while, your bag can add a lot to your look too. Function is obviously key, but I think your bag can still have a point of view. We don't need to carry the standard diaper bag every day. Your bag is something that you'll carry constantly, so it's worthwhile to find one that meets your needs and your aesthetic. There are 2 bags that I've been using lately, this one from Alexander Wang with a cool corduroy texture, and this red crossbody bag from Cause. The gray bag fits a full changing kit, change of clothes, and all the essentials. While there's certainly a small trade-off of practicality for style, I've found these both really easy to use and they suit my needs for now. Lastly, when it comes to upgrading your comfort zone, let's not overlook bras. If you're breastfeeding or just not ready to wear underwires again, it's worth finding 1 or 2 that feel comfortable and cute. I personally dislike most nursing bras, and instead I've been opting for soft loungewear ones and some simple pad inserts. I'll link a few of my favorites in the description box below. Tip number 3, lean on easy accessories. One of the biggest changes I've noticed since becoming a mom is how little time I have to get ready. I used to enjoy doing my hair and makeup every morning, and I loved getting creative with my outfits. Now, I'm just proud of myself if I brush my teeth before noon. That's why I've come to rely so heavily on easy accessories. Pieces that are easy to wear on repeat, but still make me feel put together. And that brings me to today's sponsor, Linjer, who I'm so excited to partner with for their Mother's Day sale. Linjer creates sustainable, luxury quality jewelry without the luxury markup. They use recycled gold and silver, lab-grown diamonds, and build their pieces to last. Let's start with these 2 tennis bracelets, one with larger stones for a bold look, and one with smaller stones that feels more delicate. I love wearing them together or separately for a more casual and understated feel. They're surprisingly lightweight and comfy, and even when I'm holding or feeding my baby, they add a kind of polish that makes a sweatshirt feel like an outfit. I'm also wearing these white, gold, and diamond stud earrings from Linjer, which are absolutely beautiful. They're classic, low profile, and have just the right amount of sparkle to make you feel special, even if you're just heading out for a walk or a grocery run. And these simple hoop earrings, I've had them for years now and I wear them constantly. Seriously, I sleep in them. Another easy jewelry piece that doesn't get in the way of taking care of baby is simple, dainty rings. This one is a current favorite. So if you're shopping for yourself or hinting to someone for a Mother's Day gift, this is a great time to check them out. Linjer was kind enough to offer you a special offer when you shop through my link and use code ALYSSAR at checkout. These are the kinds of pieces that make you feel like you've put in effort even when you haven't. And right now, that kind of ease is worth everything. Tip 4, double down on practicality. When you're in a season of life where comfort is non-negotiable, it can feel like your only options are leggings and oversized tees. And while I'm definitely wearing my fair share of frumpy loungewear, there's a whole world of options that feel just as casual and easy, but look a little more styled and intentional. The key is to choose practical fabrications in elevated silhouettes or color combinations. To show you what I mean, I've put together 4 levels of casual outfits for new moms. Each one is super wearable, comfortable, and easy to recreate using pieces that you might already own. Level 1, elevated athleisure. Soft, movement-friendly outfits designed for comfort above all, but styled in a way that makes them feel intentional. Look for soft fabrics like jersey, fleece, rib knits, or technical athletic blends, and finishing touches like tonal color palettes, elements of contrast, or sporty accessories like socks, caps, or practical yet stylish bags. These looks are ideal for feeding, lounging, walks, and grocery runs. This is where color palette can do some real heavy lifting. Experiment with monochrome, analogous, or contrasting color combinations to give a simple outfit more personality without feeling fussy. Add some simple jewelry and you're done. Level 2, matching sets. Monochrome or coordinated outfits that come as a set or look like they do, requiring minimal thought but delivering maximum polish. Look for visual cohesion, as in monochrome or tonal color palettes, or even the same exact color and fabrication on top and bottom, and subtle interest created by contrasting accessories or dainty jewelry. These looks are ideal for quick dressing with maximum cohesion, errands, or relaxed weekends at home. These are the outfits that feel one small step up from athleisure. Even if the fabrication is super practical like nylon or jersey, the cohesiveness of a matching set gives the look more intention. Add a bag or accessory with some color contrast or layered jewelry and you have something that feels cool without trying too hard. Level 3, everyday structure. A mix of comfort and shape. Structured pieces made wearable through relaxed fabrics and effortless styling. Some outfit formulas include baggy jeans with a tee or tank, a soft cardigan and sneakers, or relaxed trousers, a tee or button-down, and slides or low-profile shoes. Look for mid-weight structured fabrics like nylon, tech blends, denim, or soft tailoring, elastic waistbands or relaxed silhouettes that sit low on the hip, allowing for plenty of wiggle room in non-stretch fabrications. And easy layering such as light knits, simple jewelry, and practical but styled bags. These looks are ideal for casual outings, coffee runs, and feeling put together but still comfortable. This category is where your outfits start to feel a little more expressive, but they're still comfortable and totally functional. Level 4, functional fashion. Dressier silhouettes made from washable, wearable materials. These outfits feel stylish but still work for your real life. Look for functional fabrications such as cotton, nylon, or other washable sportswear fabrics, and fashion-forward or unexpected silhouettes that are still practical for taking care of baby. Think flowy midi skirts, a mix of volume and fitted elements, and interesting footwear that is still comfortable to wear. These looks are ideal for reclaiming your style without the discomfort or impracticality. This is where you can reconnect with your pre-baby style on terms that actually work for your current life. Each of these outfit ideas works because it blends comfort with intention. You can still move, nurse, and live your real life in them. And if you're not sure which level feels right for your day, start with what's most comfortable and just swap one element that adds a bit of style, shape, or color. Tip 5, create a mini beauty routine. Let's be honest, getting ready with a baby in the house looks very different than it did pre-baby. Most days I struggle to even squeeze in a quick routine, but I've found that even the smallest hair or makeup routine helps me feel more like myself, and that goes a long way. First, let's talk about hair. I think if you're gonna choose between hair or makeup, hair will have the biggest impact on your overall style. And I must admit, I'm really not an expert at doing hair, and I'm sure you can tell from my videos that it's not my strong suit. But I do really believe that hair is more impactful than makeup. If you've got the budget for it, I can't recommend the Dyson Air Straight or Air Wrap enough. Yes, they're pricey, but they really do make a difference. On the days I wash my hair, I can go from wet to styled super quickly, which is crucial when you're short on time and you can't predict your next window of availability. To make things even faster, I use quick dry products to speed up the blow drying process and keep things moving. And in between washes, dry shampoo is my best friend. It helps stretch your hairstyle between washes, adds volume, and keeps things looking fresh. And on days that I prefer to embrace my natural wavy hair, I use Way Anti-Frizz Cream right after I shower and let my hair air dry. It's super easy, and although it's not perfect, it really lets me get the most out of my natural hair without putting in any extra effort. As for makeup, my makeup routine right now is super minimal on purpose. I want products that I can put on in 2 minutes and not worry about having to remove them if I need to crash into bed. I've been loving Merit for this. If you don't have time for any makeup at all, I highly recommend their Great Skin Serum. It feels lightweight and nourishing, and it helps my skin look more awake and hydrated, even in the depths of sleep deprivation. If you have a bit more time, here's my quick 3-step makeup routine. The Merit Flush Bomb Blush, I dab it on my cheeks and sometimes across my nose for a quick natural glow. Next, a little lip oil goes a long way. I find them to be more nourishing than a traditional lip balm, and they add a slight swath of color. Or you can go with a clear one if you're keeping it super simple. And of course, curling your lashes can help you feel just a little more awake and polished without worrying about removing mascara at the end of the day. This isn't about achieving some ideal version of yourself. It's just about doing something small that helps you reconnect with how you want to feel. So whether you're a new mom trying to figure out your style from scratch, or a seasoned mom that's already been through this transition, I hope this video gave you a little inspiration and maybe a few ideas that help getting dressed become a little more fun again. And of course, the permission to wear whatever works during this amazing yet challenging season of life. If you have your own favorite new mom tip, or just a go-to outfit formula that makes you feel like you, I'd love to hear it in the comments. Let's help each other out. And if you want to treat yourself or someone you love to something truly special this Mother's Day, be sure to check out Linjer's beautiful collection. Their jewelry is timeless, sustainably made, and perfect for adding a little bit of polish and shine to your everyday outfits. When you shop through my link and use code ALYSSAR, you'll get a special offer just for my audience. All the details are linked in the description box below. Or if you're looking for something a little bit more personal, the Mother's Day gift edition of my body type and color analysis is available right now. It's a virtual styling experience that helps you or someone that you love to understand how to better dress for your color and body type with confidence. It's simple, impactful, and makes a long-lasting and meaningful gift. Whatever you choose, I hope you feel celebrated and maybe a little bit more stylish this Mother's Day. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in this video next.